Score prediction, come on, we have to win this game. We need to treat it as a must-win game. Go into the right mentality. As I said, we don't want to be playing those 2 extra games, totally unnecessary. We need to treat it like, we have to win. Obviously, we have to win to, guarantee that automatic promotion into the top 8. But you can see how the mentality, how we could approach this. We get a draw and rely on other results. We can't afford to do that. We're going to have to be professional, efficient, and get the job done. I'm going 3-1 Spurs. What is happening, people? I'm absolutely delighted to be talking to you today on Chris Carlin's channel, giving my thoughts, my preview. I'm Harry Scarfe, a football content creator and YouTuber. You can follow me at HarryScarfe22 across all socials. I also have my own YouTube channel, Scarfey Spurs. So I hope you are all keeping well. So let's crack straight into it. It's Spurs versus Elfsborg tonight. I think we've got to treat this as a must-win game because we really don't want a two-legged qualifying game. You could do without that. Do without those 2 extra games. All our injury problems are, where we are right now. For example, in the league, we want to focus as well on not only getting up the league, but also domestic competitions and hopefully win them. And it just makes it so much harder when you have to play 2 extra qualifying games. So we're through past the group stage, whatever happens. But this is just whether we play a 2-legged qualifier or not. This is what it's about. But Elfsborg have a lot to play for as well tonight. So let's focus in on the opposition firstly. Elfsborg are playing at this stage for the first time since they finished their group in the 2013-14 Europa League season. So it's quite a long time ago now. We're talking 10, 11 years. The Swedish impressive outfit are in the hunt for qualifications for the knockouts. Obviously, we are. This year, they've recorded wins against Roma, Karabag, and Nice. And they will fancy them, their chances of an upset. Those games there, in particular, Roma, but also the likes of Nice, are upsets, so they will fancy themselves tonight. So we have to be, wary of that. But this will be Elfsborg's first ever match against their English opposition. For Spurs, meanwhile, we have only faced the Swedish side once before, and we lost 2-1 to Oysters IF in the 1995 Intercarlo Cup. This is the first meeting between these 2 teams. So, this will be interesting. You can't say that either team knows each other. So this is completely, I always like it when you get teams that face each other for the first time. I think we had it with Aston Villa and Celtic, didn't we, last night in the Champions League? What a game that was. A quick form guide to run you through. I believe this is all competition. Spurs, loss, win, loss, win. Starting with the most recent. Elfsborg, back-to-back wins. There was a loss, draw. So a little bit of an upturn in form for them. But this should be a really interesting game. A lot of people ask, where can you watch it? 7:30 coverage, starts at 8 o'clock, TNT Sports 2. It is on TV, as all the European games are. I mean, Europa League tonight, we're just hoping for entertainment. Neutral fans be hoping for entertainment across all the games, like we saw with the Champions League. But the Spurs, at the point of view, I'm not personally, I don't know about you guys, but not bothered about whether entertained or not. It's just about getting that win as well. But we know that Spence, Reguilon, Kinski are ineligible, so they can't play. Van der Ven's a doubt. He's seen back in training. I don't want us to rush him back, but it's great to see him back if he is fit to start. And of course, you would start him because we do have problems at centre back without Jed Spence. That does leave us with a little bit of an issue in terms of injuries. Romero, but he's back now, very very close. Doggy, Werner, Johnson, Odebear, Solanke, Madison, Vicario. Even Vicario now pictured in training. So hopefully we can see an upturn in form now. Players starting to come back, and hopefully we can really change the form. Obviously, we know, like I said, those 3 players are ineligible, so we just got to find a way to deal with that. But in terms of team, there isn't that much to shout about tonight. But it'd be interesting to see who is available. But Sarr, He's okay, past fit. Richarlison, so that was good. It could have been a lot worse, but as we found out recently, Maddison, I think it's 2 to 3 weeks, it was said. So it feels like we're getting players back, but also losing some. But in the end, hopefully, I think Ange can't be clearer now that the boys need help. That's what he's saying. So I'm really annoyed with the board. I mean, 30 days into the transfer window, we haven't signed an outfield player. I know the January window is tough, but look at other clubs. They're getting business done. They show a little bit of ambition, intent. So hopefully, we will start to see that in the remaining few days, because the transfer window's open until Monday night. So it opened the 3rd, a little bit longer this year. So I mean, should benefit a team like us. So that's a positive, let's say. But we need to certainly get business done. There's no, two ways about it. We need these players back. So yeah, in terms of like predicted team, Spurs are always hard to predict. A little bit easier with players that are injured. Obviously, it'd be Austin in goal tonight. The back 4 is where it's probably up for debate. If it's a fit back line, I think it would be a centre back. It would be Gray. A centre back would be Davis, and Van der Ven be Gray at left back, and probably Porro at right back. But that is really, really up for debate. I think Moore is expected to start. That's what we've been hearing. So Mikey Moore's likely to start. But in an ideal world, we rest players like Porro and Kulusevski. But can we afford to do that in this game? We have more chance to afford to do it in other games in the Premier League coming up rather than this game, just because of the players that are ineligible in Europa League, which is a real shame. This would be my team. So Austin, Davis, Basuma, Dragusin, Gray. I wouldn't rush back Van der Ven unless he's 100%. So we don't know that. So that's why I've gone with that. We're just not 100% on that, and I don't want to take that risk if he's not. All right. Then I go with Bentancur, Bergevall, and Kulusevski, and then Moore and Lancashire. That would be my 11, but it's just really hard. It's really, really hard. Porro looks absolutely shattered. Kulusevski does, and lost the ball 22, 23 times, I think, against Leicester. But in terms of what I predict will happen, I think that Van der Ven will be back in that team. I think Sarr will be in that team. Some will probably be in there, but I do think we'd definitely see more. I think we'll see Bentancur, we'll see Bergevall. The hope is to see Lancashire as well. Reminder that Yang's now gone out on loan to QPR. If you listen to his interview, he spoke really good English, by the way. So yeah, my team and the predicted team, there's probably 2 or 3 changes. But yeah, in the predicted team, I think Richarlison, again, if he's 100%, will start along with Sarr. So based on what I just said, I don't think we'll see Lancashire. I just don't think that will happen, and I think we'll probably see Porro play. I think Kulusevski might be able to get away with resting, in particular if Sarr and Charlton are okay, but Porro I think will have to start. Score prediction, come on, we have to win this game. We need to treat it as a must-win game. Go into it the right mentality. As I said, we don't want to be playing those 2 extra games, totally unnecessary. We need to treat it like we have to win. Obviously, we have to win to guarantee that automatic promotion into the top 8, but you can see how the mentality, how we could approach this. We get a draw and rely on other results. We can't afford to do that. We're going to have to be professional, efficient, and get the job done. I'm going 3-1 Spurs. I don't think we'll roll them over. I think they start well and cause a problem on the counter. We don't keep clean sheets. So that's my thinking behind the score prediction. But having these players coming back, close to coming back, nearly here, is just massive. It's a confidence booster for the boys, as well as hopefully bringing someone in, and probably only be one. Before the end of the window. At the moment, it looks like maybe a striker. Solanke out for a long while. And Richarlison, is he ever going to stay fit? Is he ever going to consistently score? I just don't know. But that's my thoughts on the game. Big up to the legend himself, Chris Cowlin, for letting me do this. It's always an honour to come on this channel and do all the around the world predictions. This time, the match preview, the podcast we do, and just different bits. I'm now regular on here, which is a real honour, and I truly do mean that. But if you're interested in what I do, you can follow me at HarryScarf22. I'm a football content creator and YouTuber at 16 years old. I have my own YouTube channel as well, Scarfey Spurs, and I'm a politics news reporter as well. So a lot going on. Really enjoy it. So appreciate the continued support, but do subscribe to the Spurs Chat podcast. But for now, a massive come on you Spurs, and do get involved in the comments below.